Cancer, I need to tell you something that will sound impossible at first, but which perfectly explains this bizarre sensation you've been experiencing these past few weeks. In 40 years of studying the signs, I've never, and when I say never, I mean never seen something so strange happen specifically to a single sign. It's as if an unknown force has chosen Cancer for a cosmic experiment that challenges everything we know about how zodiacal energy works. Thousands of Cancers around the world are reporting the exact same unexplained phenomena. And the most disturbing thing is that they're happening in the same sequence at the same rhythm, as if you were connected by an invisible emotional thread vibrating at the same frequency. Something is rewriting your sign's energetic code in real time, and the result is experiences that shouldn't be possible according to everything we know about astrology. Have you been waking up in the middle of the night with an emotional clarity so intense it seems supernatural, understanding the roots of your deepest feelings? Have you felt as if you could sense people's true emotional states before they even speak, feeling their joy or pain as your own? Have you experienced moments where time seems to slow down around you during acts of profound nurturing or emotional connection, creating pockets of serene introspection? If you're experiencing this, you're not crazy. You're being transformed by something that even the most experienced can't fully name. What's happening with Cancer transcends any known pattern of zodiacal evolution. It's as if your Cancerian essence is being subjected to such intense cosmic pressure that it's forcing an energetic mutation, a metamorphosis that shouldn't be possible to happen so quickly, but is occurring before our eyes. And the most impressive thing is that each Cancer is reacting to this transformation slightly differently, creating unique variations of the same central phenomenon. Your emotions have been swinging between extremes you've never experienced before. One moment, an oceanic depth of empathy that seems to connect you to collective consciousness. The next, a piercing anxiety or a powerful need to protect your emotional space, as if something inside you were trying to break through an ancient and resistant shell. These are no ordinary emotional fluctuations. They are symptoms of an energetic reorganization occurring at the deepest level of your consciousness. The transformation isn't just affecting your inner world, it's creating ripples in your external reality in ways that defy logical explanation. Relationship dynamics that had been stuck for months are resolving themselves. People are behaving completely differently in your presence, opening up to you as if you're emanating a frequency of understanding and comfort they've never felt before. Opportunities related to home, family, or nurturing roles are appearing from impossible places, following a logic your rational mind can't comprehend. The strangest thing of all is how this transformation is affecting your relationship with your emotional past. Cancer has always been the sign of deep memory, of holding on to cherished moments and traditions. But now you're experiencing temporal accelerations where emotional wounds that should take years to heal are resolving in a matter of days. It's as if the universe has decided that Cancer no longer needs to carry the heavy emotional burdens of the past. Your dreams have become so vivid and charged with meaning that you wake up wondering if you actually slept or if you visited other emotional dimensions. These aren't ordinary dreams with vague symbolism. They're full-fledged experiences with detailed emotional conversations, specific insights into family dynamics, and solutions to real relationship problems that you implement the next day, and they work perfectly. It's as if your Cancer mind has gained access to a network of ancestral wisdom and emotional intelligence normally blocked from waking consciousness. Your intuition, once a subtle whisper, now screams with an intensity that sometimes frightens you. You know things about situations and people's inner worlds without being able to explain where that knowledge came from. You know when someone is going to call you needing comfort before the phone rings. You know which family member needs your support before they ask. You know which emotional decisions to make in complex situations with a certainty that isn't based on logical analysis, but on a knowledge that seems to come from deeper layers of emotional reality. The synchronicities in your life have multiplied to an almost comical degree. These aren't random coincidences you notice and comment on. They're complex sequences of interconnected events that seem to have been orchestrated by an intelligence perfectly aware of your most secret emotional thoughts, needs, and desires. It's as if you've become the center of a web of emotional causality that operates according to laws that transcend known psychology. Cancer. I know you may be feeling alone with these strange experiences, thinking that maybe you're the only one going through this, or that you're imagining things. But the truth is, you're not alone. Thousands of Cancers are experiencing similar phenomena right now, and many feel isolated because they don't know how to explain what's happening to them. I need to know, have you also been feeling this strange energy intensifying, these moments where it seems like you can see through the emotional surface of things? This feeling that something fundamental is shifting within you in ways you can't fully control or explain. Please share your experience in the comments. No intimate details needed. Just tell us how this is manifested in your life. Use this phrase if you like, I'm a Cancer, and I'm feeling this strange energy too. What strikes me most is, and add your unique experience. Your courage to share will help other Cancers realize they're not alone in this inexplicable transformation. Sometimes knowing that others are going through the same mysterious process is all we need to feel less isolated and more confident in embracing what's happening to us. The strangeness of what's happening to Cancer goes beyond individual experiences. It's how these experiences are connecting with those of other Cancers, creating an invisible network of collective emotional transformation, as if you're all plugged into the same energy source that's being activated simultaneously in different parts of the planet. Your relationship with your home and emotional security, always central to Cancer, is undergoing a quiet revolution. Sentimental items you once clung to might suddenly feel less critical. Possessions that once gave you a sense of emotional security now seem like unnecessary weight if they don't resonate with your current truth. At the same time, you've developed an almost telepathic connection with objects that truly matter to you for their comfort or history. You know when something in your home is out of alignment before it disrupts the peace. You sense when you need to rearrange your space to improve the emotional energy of the room. Your ability to manifest a sense of comfort and belonging, the classic Cancer superpower, has been amplified to a degree that borders on the supernatural. The peaceful, nurturing environments you visualize with clarity and genuine desire are appearing in your life with a speed that challenges your own beliefs about how the world works. Not through clinging to the familiar and avoiding change, as has always been the Cancerian standard, but through a form of emotional magnetism you don't fully understand, but which works consistently. What's most disconcerting is how your traditional need for a secure emotional shell has transformed into an insatiable hunger for emotional growth. You who have always prioritized the comfort of the familiar and predictability now feel a growing unease with any situation that seems emotionally stagnant. It's as if a primitive part of your Cancer soul has awakened and is demanding constant emotional expansion, perpetual healing, accelerated evolution of your inner world. Your interpersonal relationships are being filtered by a new and relentless perception. You can instantly sense when someone is being emotionally genuine or putting on a facade. When someone approaches you with ulterior motives that threaten your peace, you feel an almost automatic physical repulsion. When someone connects with your true essence and offers genuine comfort, you feel a magnetic attraction that goes beyond ordinary sympathy. It's as if you've developed an emotional authenticity detector that operates below the level of conscious awareness. The transformation is also affecting your relationship with your body in inexplicable ways. You need less emotional input to feel nourished, but when you do connect deeply, you experience feelings with a heightened intensity. You need less sleep, but when you do sleep, the rest is so deep that you wake up feeling completely renewed. Your body seems to be operating at a higher emotional efficiency, as if it had been upgraded to a more advanced version of itself. There's a new comforting quality to your presence that you may not consciously notice, but that others sense immediately. People feel inexplicably drawn to talk to you, to confide in you, to simply be around your nurturing energy. Children and animals react to your energy differently, seeking your comfort as if they recognize something special you're still discovering about yourself. Your voice carries a new, soothing weight when you speak about things that truly matter to you. Words of comfort or understanding seem to have an energetic density that impacts people more profoundly than usual. When you say no to something that doesn't resonate with your inner peace, people feel the unshakable solidity of that refusal. When you say yes to something aligned with your nurturing essence, your approval carries a validating power that strengthens and encourages others. The most bizarre phenomenon of all is how your Cancer mind, traditionally focused on emotional history and present comfort, has developed the ability to process information in multiple emotional dimensions simultaneously. You can analyze a situation by considering not only the visible facts, but also the subterranean emotional currents, the invisible energetic patterns within relationships, the future emotional possibilities that unfold from different choices. It's as if your brain has gained additional processes operating at frequencies you didn't even know existed. Your childhood memories are resurfacing with a clarity and meaning that surprises you, not just as nostalgic memories, but as pieces of a larger emotional puzzle that are finally beginning to make sense. You can see patterns in your personal history that explain not only where your emotional landscape came from, but where it's going. It's as if your entire life has been a subtle preparation for this phase of accelerated emotional transformation. Your connection with water and the moon, always strong in Cancer, has intensified to the point of being almost telepathic. You sense emotional shifts in the collective consciousness before they happen. You know when loved ones need comfort just by thinking of them. You sense the emotional energy of different geographic locations with a sensitivity that borders on the paranormal. It's as if you've become a living sensor of the energetic and emotional fluctuations of the environment. Your ability to concentrate when applied to something that truly piques your emotional interest has become almost superhuman. You can immerse yourself so deeply in meaningful projects that you lose track of time completely. Hours pass like minutes when you're engaged in activities that resonate with your new energetic frequency. And the results of this amplified concentration are disproportionately greater than the effort invested. What's most striking is how these changes don't seem to have an identifiable external cause. There wasn't a dramatic emotional event that triggered the transformation. There wasn't a conscious decision to change. It was as if an internal switch had been flipped by a force operating beyond your current understanding. And once activated, the process became self-generating with each change, creating the conditions for even greater ones. Cancer, what's happening to you is so unique that we're still trying to develop adequate vocabulary to describe it. Traditional astrological terms fail to capture the magnitude and strangeness of this transformation. It's as if you're participating in a cutting-edge cosmic experiment, testing evolutionary possibilities that may eventually extend to other signs. The internal pressure you feel isn't discomfort. It's growth happening at a speed that defies your expectations of how profound emotional change should occur. It's as if decades of personal, emotional evolution are being compressed into months, forcing an expansion of consciousness that would normally take a lifetime to achieve. Your relationship with security and resources is undergoing a philosophical revolution. You still value emotional safety, but now you understand that true security comes from your amplified ability to create abundance through emotional alignment and nurturing, not just through clinging to what's familiar. It's as if you've discovered that you can co-create with the universe in ways that make the traditional, emotional struggle for belonging obsolete. The people around you are reacting to your transformation in predictable and unpredictable ways. Some are inspired by your newfound emotional wisdom and want to know your secret. Others are uncomfortable with the change and try to convince you to return to your old self. Some simply naturally withdraw, as if recognizing they no longer vibrate on the same emotional frequency. And others surprisingly appear out of nowhere to connect with who you are becoming. Traditional Cancerian protectiveness hasn't disappeared, it's evolved. Instead of being a rigid emotional barrier, it's become a flexible anchor that allows you to navigate intense emotional transformations without losing your core nurturing essence. You've become like a deeply rooted body of water that can absorb and transmute intense waves without losing its depth, rather than a rigid shell that would resist until it breaks. Your creativity explodes in directions you never imagined existed within you. Ideas emerge fully formed for nurturing projects, artistic expressions, or creating beautiful spaces like direct downloads from a source of inspiration you can't quite locate. Projects you begin flow with an ease that defies your previous experience of how emotionally significant things are constructed. It's as if you've gained access to a cosmic library of creative and nurturing possibilities. The strangest phenomenon of all may be how your perception of the future itself has changed. Instead of worrying about future emotional outcomes and slowly building towards specific goals, you feel like you're being pulled toward a destiny of profound emotional fulfillment and purpose that already exists and is just waiting for you to get there. It's as if the future is influencing the present more directly than the past, upending your traditional understanding of emotional causality. Cancer. What you're experiencing is so unprecedented that it can leave you feeling isolated, as if no one can truly understand what's happening to you. But you need to know that you're not alone, and that what you're going through could be the beginning of a new evolutionary phase, not only for you, but for humanity as a whole. You may be being prepared to serve as a bridge between what we were and what we can become, an emotional beacon for others. The strangeness will continue to intensify in the coming weeks. New aspects of your transformation will reveal themselves. Capabilities you never suspected you possessed will emerge. And with each new revelation about yourself, you'll better understand why this process had to be so intense and so rapid. You are being prepared for something extraordinary. If you recognized your own experience in this description, if you felt that someone had finally managed to put into words what you've been experiencing, then you know you're in the right place at the right time, receiving exactly the information you need. Subscribe to the channel now, because what's happening with Cancer is just the beginning of even greater revelations about what it means to be human at this unique moment in history. Turn on notifications, because I'll continue to follow and document this unprecedented transformation. You'll need guidance on how to navigate this new version of yourself, how to integrate these emerging capabilities, how to use these new emotional powers constructively and responsibly. You've been chosen to experience something extraordinary. and I'll be here to help you understand and harness every aspect of this inexplicable cosmic gift that's transforming your life in ways no one ever imagined possible.